Oh. Hey, thanks for clicking on this video, the My Side of the Mountain podcast. My name is Brad, and today we are discussing my book. I've been covering it in the last several podcast episodes. Be a Better Manual 2.0. Links in the description if you feel inclined to purchase it. I'd appreciate it. So today we are talking about be a better husband. Truth time. I've been married and divorced more than once. I am currently single from my last divorce. So you can take this information for what it's worth. I've tried to apply it in my marriage. I discovered it I discovered this stuff, started writing this book towards the end of my marriage to my baby's mama, my son's mother. So it was too late to apply it to that marriage. I tried to apply it to my last marriage, and I don't want to, I'm not going to place blame because blame went both ways. As I look back on it, I screwed up. There were things I did that just weren't godly. I don't know what ran through your mind right there when I said that, but I didn't. Anyway, so I've tried to apply it. It's a work in progress, and it's good information. It's just a matter of applying it. And I think I did a pretty good job. Like I said, I did stuff wrong. She did stuff wrong that we couldn't work out in the end. But there were other factors besides doing stuff wrong. Traffic. A big thing was moving down here to Tennessee. I believe God called me to Tennessee. And she wasn't ready to make that commitment. I thought she was, but she wasn't. And here comes the co-host. What's up, Carl? Oh, you're so sleepy. You're so sleepy, tired. Oh, he's great. So anyway, with that disclaimer, I guess you'd call it, let's jump into being a better husband. I am going to read the introduction I put in this because, again, I think it's pretty good. And then we will cover as many sub-chapters of this as we can in the allotted time. And then I'll do another video. And then we're going to maybe, including this one, maybe 3 more total. Include 3 more videos. Anyway, should I do it without my glasses? All right. Ugh. All right. Be a better husband. The idea of marriage is great. Find someone who makes you unbelievably happy and spend more time with them than anyone else for the rest of your lives. However, there is a reason fairy tales end with, and they lived happily ever after, without going into the details. The truth is, marriage can be hard, and no marriage is consistently happy, let alone happy forever. My early education on how to act in a relationship came from watching how my father treated my mom. I also got some ideas from watching TV. Looking back, I probably should not have taken relationship advice from Homer Simpson or Al from Married with Children. I thought all you had to do was make her happy, thinking if I messed up, she would immediately forgive me with a smile on her face. I was wrong. Later in the book, I offer practical advice to help improve your marriage. However, doing all of those things does not guarantee success. The reality is that many factors come together for a marriage to be happy and lasting. The only real way to ensure your marriage thrives is that you will endure the inevitable, easy for me to spell, that you will endure the inevitable challenges is to put God first in your life and in your marriage. Challenge. Commit to being a better husband. So, I don't know how old you people are that are watching this, but Simpsons are still running. But Married with Children was back in the day. Al and Peggy were married, and he did stupid stuff. She forgave him sometimes. She nagged him. It was a poor example of a marriage, to be honest with you. How my father treated my mother. Excuse me. Again, I don't have a lot of recollection of my past. And how he treated her, but I know he was a provider. I know he was a protector. And she is a wonderful woman that put up with a lot of stuff. I'm not saying he didn't either, but as I got older, I could see, and they had been married 55 years when he passed. And as he got, the last 10 years, I can remember incidences where they had an understanding. They knew how each other worked. They'd been together, 45 years at the time. And he loved her. She loved him. They did stuff together. He gave her presents. He provided around the house, for the house. He took care of her. She took care of him. No parent's example is perfect. The only example we can truly try to exemplify is Jesus and his bride. Who's Jesus' bride? He was never married. Jesus' bride is believers. It's also referred to as his church. So he considered us his bride, and he treated us how we should treat our wives. So like the father and raising your kids, we have a Father in heaven that is the best example of how to be a father, and we have the best example of how to be a husband through Jesus. Make sense? It might. I'm going to skip that chapter. You can buy the book and see what I'm skipping here. It's pretty good. Be a godly husband. And the quote is, "Then the Lord said, if I am not..." What was that beep? Yeah, my light's going to die. Darn it. Anyway, we're going to keep going. The the quote I put at the beginning is from Genesis 2:18. Then the Lord God said, "It is not good for man to be alone. I will make him a helper who is just right for him." So the only thing, after God got done creating everything and said it was all good, the only thing he said that was bad or wrong was that man did not have a helper. Man did not have a woman. Man did not have a wife. There we go. You can still see me. We'll be all right. Off-grid living. So, what did he do? He put Adam to sleep. He pulled out a rib. He made a woman. And they were instantly married. So, side thing I saw the other day was about God putting age to the universe and to earth, and why couldn't he do that if he wanted to? When he made Adam, he did not make a 1-day-old baby. Ouch. There is, I don't think it really says, but there is some guessing that says he was somewhere between 20 and 30 years old. Physically. He wasn't a baby, and he didn't, go through all that and then blah, blah, blah. He was instantly a man, and she, Eve, was instantly a woman. So when God created her, she woke up, he's like, hey, that's pretty nice. And they were instantly married, according to God. Marriage is not just a license, but a relationship in which God changes the status of a man and a woman from separate to are united as one. We'll get into examples of that. You are hers and she is yours. Your body is hers and her body is yours. You are one flesh. So why would you treat your flesh, why would you treat a part of you poorly? I almost said like crap, but we'll say poorly. Why would you do that? It's part of you. And I'm going to say the same thing goes for her, but I've mentioned in this book before, this is the manual. This is not the womanal, whatever. This is for men on how they should treat their wives, their kids, themselves. This is not, I'll do it when she starts doing it. Or, I'm changing, why isn't she changing? Or, I did the right thing, why is she still doing the wrong thing? It's not a blame game. Okay? If you go through the process that I've described in this book, and you improve yourself, maybe she'll look at the results, the outcome, the improvements, and say, you know what? He's really trying. He's really doing stuff. And cool, now it's going to rain. He's really doing stuff, and maybe I should, improve. Maybe I should do a little better. Maybe I should X, Y, Z, whatever it happens to be. But you can't tell her, hey, I cut 30 pounds. Maybe it's time you cut 30 pounds. Or, hey, I'm reading my Bible. I'm developing a relationship with God. Maybe you should. I think you should. That doesn't work. That's called shaming somebody. And it doesn't work. 99.99999% of the time. That was the movie. So you're saying there's a chance? I think that was Dumb and Dumber. Don't use that either as a reference on how to be a good person. Anyway, this is a manual. So let me move on. Having a Christian marriage does not free us from challenges. This is facts. I have seen it in my own relationships. I have seen it in other relationships. When two Christian people get together, either dating or marriage, Satan says, I don't like that. I'm going to attack that. I'm going to put stuff in their life, circumstances, influences that tear them apart. That's personal experience. For me seeing it, me experiencing it, so that's how I'm sharing it with you. When you meet that godly woman, or you're married to that godly woman, and you guys cohesively decide, hey, let's build this thing. Let's make this the best it can be. Let's use God's example. The devil is not going to like that. Don't get discouraged. Pray on it. Do not get discouraged because stuff hit the fan worse than before after you started, improving your marriage or making it better. Just be ready for it. Be ready for it. A godly husband has a calling to be the other side of helper that God created. In this design of marriage, God intended for husbands to not only lead well, but also love well and serve well. It is a calling that goes beyond just providing for and guiding the family. It requires a deep commitment to serving others, particularly your wife. Can't see with my glasses. And it's going to start raining and it's going to be loud. So I guess what we're going to do here one more paragraph. Some of the things I'm going to talk about are going to come naturally to you. They're going to be easy. You're going to be like, duh, I should have been doing that. Other things are going to be harder for you to accept and implement into your marriage. It's all possible. You can do it. I promise you, you can do it. God gave man the ability to be the husband, to be the provider, the protector. And it's inside you. Some things are going to be harder than others. Just like life, some things are harder than others. Some things you have to work at. Some things you have to really intentionally attack. So I'm going to end this here with the challenge. Commit to being a godly husband. Do your best, but commit to it. I think that's enough because the lights are out and it's raining, and I don't want that to be a distraction to you. Anyway, at least Carl's not making noise. He's asleep on the floor. If you're interested in this subject, and you should be if you are married, click the subscribe button. The next couple of videos, we're going to go deeper into what I talk about in the book. If you like this video, if you got anything out of it, hit the like button. Make a comment. It's all good for the algorithm. Anyway, I appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next video. No, I won't. You will see me in the next video. Have a good day.